WKV.com, or watching the live stream on Facebook at Home Pro Inspections or Wally Conway on Facebook. Either way. Sasquatch Large Man, tell me something good about how you survived the savage storm and all the great things
savage
you did.
Storm? It was a little breezy.
A little breezy. Well,
a little bit of rain.
Did a little extra trimming, I take it.
Yeah, a little tree trimming, but not even that much. Blew out some of that Spanish moss for free out of the trees, but not harmed at all.
No harm
at all.
Good.
The storm was harmless.
How about any landscape customers? People
Nothing bad.
Huh?
A little bit of rain helped everything. That we just planted. That always helps because rainwater has nitrogen in it, and so when plants are getting watered, they're getting fertilized at the same time by Mother Nature. Mother Nature is a perfect system.
I've often wondered, after 10 years of listening to all these things you do toiling in the soil, how did plants ever get along without us?
I don't know. It just worked. Remember we had that guy called in about, global warming. That was the Earth got along with us about it. But hey, talking about going organic, good
idea.
You people love to go organic, and it's a good idea.
For my edibles, especially.
Yeah, especially for your edibles.
Yeah.
And if you've had problems in your garden with controlling fungus, which is a lot of times in especially vegetable gardens because you don't follow directions by rotating the crops, but you plant the same spot, the same type of crop.
Monoculture.
You're going to have problems. But years ago, the Texas A&M realized that after they had planted a corn crop, that when they planted other crops behind it, that they realized one thing had happened. What was that?
What was that?
No fungus. Because, believe it or not, they discovered by chance, a lot of times by chance, that the whole ground corn meal in the germ in the hull of the corn is an antifungal. What it does, it has the component to feed a fungus that feeds on other funguses. And it brings that population. That's how
the alpha fungus.
The alpha fungus. It's Trichodernum is the type of fungus that will feed on other fungus. So that becomes the dominant population. So it's out looking for something to eat.
So how do I use that in a practical sense? If I sprinkle a little cornmeal in my garden?
It has to be the whole cornmeal is the key element, making sure it's the whole cornmeal, because that has the germ in it and all the other stuff.
And it's not processed.
It's not processed, right. Usually you're going to have the germ still in the hull and all that stuff in there. But you basically sprinkle it in powder form is better. If you could sprinkle it all around the base of the plant, and then you could dust the plant with it. Or if you wanted to make a water concoction, you need to put about 1 pound in per 5 gallons of water.
Then I can spray it.
You can spray it. You may want to put a little bit of soap in there to get it stick.
What about on the lawn? Could I use it
absolutely? It works
as
very
an antifungal?
Good on the lawn. It works very good on the lawn.
Why is this just now coming to light?
Well, it's been out. I've used it before. I just thought I would mention it this time.
I think
I talked about it about 5 years ago.
5 years. Somehow it slipped my mind.
Yeah.
I think often when a product is so simple, so inexpensive, and not patentable, that no one bothers to share it or market it.
Right. Well, with organic processes, you got to figure you're committed to frequency. And, that's the thing. That's you're going to be committed to frequency because you need more frequency.
But even if I did that on the lawn once a month, it's got to be inexpensive. There's no downside.
Fish emulsion once a month on the lawn, every month or twice a month. Put this on, you can go completely organic. And I'm confident that will be successsul.
So is it readily available, the proper cornmeal?
Yeah. Whole cornmeal is pretty readily available.
Yeah, but can I get it in a landscape store, at a hardware store, as opposed to going down?
You could probably get a 25-pound bag online easily. Yeah, and you need about 20 to 30 pounds per 1,000 square feet. So that's quite a bit.
Per 1,000 square feet.
The way you normally need on
so if my lawn
other fungicide, you need probably about 6 ounces on every 1,000 square feet. So it's a lot of difference in seeing that. That's the main thing.
So I got to be lugging 200 or 300 pounds of this stuff if I have a good
1,000 square feet is about 2 pallets of St. Augustine grass. So, it's not a whole lot. You need a lot to get to the level.
There was a downside.
There's a downside. The frequency and the amount is always going to be the downside because you got to, apply. But it's very effective. In a vegetable garden, very effective.
So if I've got a raised bed of organic edibles, this is a real great thing to do.
Right.
All of a sudden, bringing in 10 or 20 pounds is not a big deal as opposed to a couple
around your rows. Where it really makes sense, of course it makes sense on the lawn if you got the time. Okay, and you got the desire. It does make sense, and it is effective. It is effective. But, around your rose garden, if you get, black spot around it starts in the ground. It starts on the ground and moves its way up. Sprinkle that down on the ground. Sprinkle it around. If you have liriope that gets fungal spots on it, you can sprinkle that around your liriope every, couple months.
If the fungus is already there and it's got a good grip on my plant,
it will work, but it takes longer to work. Versus a fungicide that you buy, it works immediately.
Right. This sounds like it's really better as a preventative.
It's more of a preventative. It works slowly as a curative thing. But if you have an habitual, what it is this is where it would be more effective. If you're having an habitual problem where you say every year I spray, I get rid of the fungus, but it comes back. On your fruit trees, on your vegetable garden, this is where you want to use this. This is where, because it has some residual, it stays in place, and it's always working in the environment. Okay, so that was where you want to use that at.
Well, you could do both when you think about it. If all of a sudden you're overcome with fungus,
well, you
use a fungicide.
You can't use a fungicide because fungicides kill all funguses. So you can't. That would be the downside. So you got to stick on whatever. If you have a habitual, what it is this is where it would be more effective. If you're having an habitual problem where you say every year I spray, I get rid of the fungus, but it comes back.
How long?
On your fruit trees, on your vegetable garden. This is where you want to use this. This is where, because it has some residual, it stays in place, and it's always working in the environment. Okay,
2 weeks.
So that was where you want to use that. Then you can follow. That's not a bad idea.
Then you can follow up with a preventative.
Right. Then you follow up with a preventative. So
you use the fungicide as a curative. Then you use the cornmeal as a preventative.
And then you can go to corn gluten as your weed control.
This whole garden thing is easy.
Corn gluten is a weed control. Because it's a great fertilizer and a great weed for weed control, pre-emergent. So corn has a lot of good benefits, to it. So
you tell me it has like celiac disease in the yard.
yeah, kind of.
Can't tolerate gluten.
Yeah. Remember years ago remember everybody was calling us about sago, the Asiatic scale.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
now you're going to tell me corn cures that too.
No. But I was going over all the organic
Did the
stuff.
corn lobby send us a check and I didn't see it?
No, not yet. I'm trying. But the coffee grounds, remember we used to use, what happened by mistake again, as a guy who used to grow sagos as a crop, and he was low on cash and he was using coffee grounds as a fertilizer. And so a couple of people went there and looked around and said, what are you doing to keep your Asiatic scale in control? And he says, nothing. He says, that can't be. You got, 5,000 sagos out here that you're going to have Asiatic scale. He says, no.
Now time out. This guy's got 5,000 sagos and he's using his coffee grounds.
Coffee grounds.
Was he getting them from Starbucks?
Getting them from Starbucks,
okay.
Getting them in his house.
I thought this story was
piling up.
It was the one. So it wasn't his at-home residential.
No. He was going around to restaurants and collecting.
Now I got it.
But trying to go organic. But they discovered what the key element is coffee grounds. And coffee grounds, the sagos. If you're having a problem with Asiatic scale on your sagos, the coffee grounds kills them. Okay, so the way to approach this is on the organic side and to get some residual activity, because it's nothing as good as some other chemicals like Telstar, is that you take the coffee grounds and you spread it around the base of the plant, because that's where the eggs are going to fall oftentimes, and the young immatures, and then some of the Asiatic scales will be a parasite on the root system. So you spread that out on the ground first, and that will take care of the ground dwellers. And then if you spray the plant, and then you get them again, and then you spray again, they're coming from the ground oftentimes, and from the eggs and that drop to the ground, and you're spraying the leaves, and that's what happens. So this will eliminate that problem. And then you could put the coffee grounds, about 3 or 4 pounds, in a gallon of water, a couple gallons of water, let it seep, filter out, spray the plant with a little bit of soap on there. Boom, you're done with the Asiatic scale. Do it again another 7-10 days. Remix. You can't hold the coffee ground solution because it degrades. So you have to remix again, and you got it done completely organic, and keep spreading it on the ground. And that will take care of your Asiatic scale. Also, fish emulsion works. A lot of people have called me and told me, I've never actually tried.
I wonder why that would be.
Because it's a suffocant. Because I think it's a suffocant because it's oily and it's a suffocant, so it
chokes them right out.
They have those little holes, and insects have little vacuoles where they breathe to, and it clogs up their breathing holes. So that's
the same reason soap works.
Yep, soap, fish emulsion, any of those type of things, and plus you're fertilizing at the same time because the fish emulsion can be absorbed right through the leaf of the sago.
So you're strengthening the plant while you're simultaneously weakening the little critter.
Yep.
Good deal.
Yeah, all this is discovered by accident. Most, it took a lot of chemistry, but, Teflon was discovered by accident too. The guy said, weigh this container of fluorine or whatever it is. I forgot what Teflon's made out of it, but it was a little light, it didn't come out the right amount. And so they opened up the container, and there was Teflon on the bottom, the beginnings of it. Yeah, so many discoveries are made by accident, and that's what Texas A&M discovered. That whole cornmeal is because they were planting crops. And it started out with a peanut crop first. They planted a peanut crop immediately after they planted a corn crop, and they discovered, hey, there's no fungus out there. Why? Why in the world is this happening? So they got it down to the whole cornmeal. So
it's all the way to magical.
Yeah, all the way to magical. Yeah,
none of that is patentable.
None of it's patentable. No,
we don't see it readily commercially available.
But there is companies who do make a formulation of organic fungicides, and they use this as a component in a blend, and I think it's trademarked and patented, and their blend is patented.
A trademark's different than a blend.
Yes.
Different than a patent.
Right. It's trademarked. Yeah, that's it. Right.
Did you trademark Larry's Garden?
Larry's Garden's trademarked, yeah.
Good.
That's trademarked. Yeah.
Federally or state?
Federally, yeah.
Isn't that clever? I'll be darned.
Yeah.
It's 6:20 here, News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. Very brief break, jumping right on the phones to your calls at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
104.5 WOKV.
There's something serious happening on the Buckman Bridge.
Get the News 104.5 WOKV now for your Apple and Android device.
Accident heading eastbound on 103rd.
That's my way to know what's going on.
This is where Jacksonville turns for breaking news, weather, and traffic. News 104.5 WOKV.
Wally Conway here, Mr. Home Inspection from Home Pro Inspections, with important information about home warranties. At Home Pro Inspections, we have always recommended that every home buyer had a home inspection and a home warranty. It's much like having a physical exam and health insurance. They work together to protect you. Until now, I have never referred or endorsed a home warranty company because, truthfully, they were all about the same. They were only good for 12 months, they had long list of coverage exclusions, and they denied pre-existing conditions. The most comprehensive home warranty in America is now available in Jacksonville, covering items denied by others, including water softeners, well pumps, alarm systems, and there's no extra charge for multiple heat pumps or water heaters. When Home Pro inspects your home, the warranty is extended to 18 months of coverage at no extra charge. There's no better inspection and warranty package in America. For details and to order your home warranty, visit GoHomePro.com, GoHomePro.com, or call me at 268-82
Get super savings on over 1,000 vehicles on the lot right now at Arlington Toyota. It's the 2020 Supra sales event going on now at Arlington Toyota. Plus, you'll pay up to 50% less on remaining 2019 Toyotas. You heard right, up to 50% less on remaining pre-owned 2019s. Looking at a 2019 Toyota Highlander, it's not $35,500. Now, it's only $24,888. That's $24,888 for a pre-owned 2019 Toyota Highlander at Arlington Toyota. Thinking about a 2019 Toyota 4Runner? It's not $36,500. No way. Now it's just $28,888. Just $28,888 for a pre-owned 2019 Toyota 4Runner at Arlington Toyota. But Arlington gives you even more with their $5,000 Advantage Club. It comes with your purchase and it's packed with savings, discounts, rewards, and even a national lifetime warranty with unlimited time and miles for new purchases. Shop Arlington Toyota today, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, and online at arlingtontoyota.com. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/super savings for offer details.
Hi, this is Ronnie Brannon with Brannon Roofing. If you're about to replace your roof with asphalt shingles, wait. As a contractor that installs all types of roofing, I want you to consider a metal roof. Not only will it last longer, it'll probably save you on your electric bill. 813-4967. That's 813-4967.
At Action News Jax, we're here for severe when storms threaten. Put your trust in the Action News Jax First Alert Weather Team, led by Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish, rated the most accurate for the last 13 years.
The First Alert Weather Team is the only team of certified meteorologists in the Jacksonville area. That means we have the most schooling and training to forecast and predict severe weather, and that experience will keep you safe from a storm.
Action News Jax First Alert Weather on CBS 47 and Fox 30.
Over 300 children in Northeast Florida are currently undergoing cancer treatments. 84% of families whose child is tackling cancer will experience some level of financial hardship. September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, which is represented by the Gold Ribbon. Find out more about how you can go gold with the Tom Coughlin J Fund to help our neighbors and community members tackling this devastating disease. Visit tcjfund.org/go gold for more info.
The First Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce invites you to the 4th Annual Hispanic Heritage Gala, where it will award 10 deserving local college students of Hispanic descent with the Achieving the Dream Scholarship. The Black and Teal Affair is sponsored by the Jacksonville Jaguars and will take place at TIAA Bank Field Friday, October 11th. For ticket information, sponsorship opportunities, and scholarship donation, call 904-707-1374 or visit fchcc.com.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A hot weekend, plenty of sun today, and 8 on the WOKV weather meter with a record-breaking high of 97. Clear and mild tonight in the lower 70s. Hot, mostly sunny on your Sunday with a high in the mid-90s. Monday will be partly to mostly sunny, back up into the mid to upper 90s. And Tuesday and Wednesday, partly sunny with a few afternoon thunderstorms starting to develop and highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. With the First Alert Forecast, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
Get WOKV breaking news alerts in 3 simple steps.
1.
Go to the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
2.
Download the News 104.5 WOKV app.
3.
Enable alerts. This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news. News 104.5 WOKV. Helping to make our community a better place. This is the WOKV Ask the Experts Weekend. Discussing things that matter most to you. Have a question? Have it answered by our local experts. Now, the Home and Garden Show with Wally Conway and Larry O'Neill on News 104.5 WOKV.
Home and Garden Show. It is 6:24 here at News 104.5 WOKV. For those of you who have been watching the live stream, you got to see something kind of fun there. I'm sitting here, I can't figure out why I didn't hear anything for the first segment. And it suddenly dawned on me, didn't have the old headphones on. So, oh boy, that was a little bit hectic, but we're back. Happy that you're with us. It's 6:25. If you'd like to check in with us, we'd love to hear from you. That number is 855-765-1045. Heading down to the fine community of St. John's, previously known as Fruit Cove. Checking in with Stephanie to try to help her with her torpedo grass. Welcome, Stephanie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your torpedo grass.
How can we help you, man?
Wally said a funny thing. He said, move. No, but torpedo grass is always an issue, you know, in any type of landscape. Torpedo grass, Bermuda, they're a problem. The issue is that there's not much you can do when you have torpedo grass in St. Augustine. It's not really rectifiable, you know, reasonably besides killing your grass. So the only way to reduce if you've already got a good stand of St. Augustine, is increase the vigorousness of your St. Augustine with more fertilization.
Choke it out.
And that's choking it out, and that's the only way. Usually, torpedo grass gets a foothold when the existing grass is under a lot of stress or disease, or it dies back. So what I recommend is that if you are considering planting St. Augustine and you already say your grass is gone and you're in an area that has torpedo grass, that you'd plant a St. Augustine in place of the current Flourtown variety that you can spray Roundup on. And there is a variety of St. Augustine that's now newly available that you can spray Roundup on to control your torpedo grass. All right?
Yeah. What about it's coming up like through the weed barrier in my mulched bed? So
if it comes up to the weed barrier, there's in your flower bed you can use Fusilade, and Fusilade is a fungicide that is normally available. That's going to be able to it's called an over-the-top herbicide that will kill the torpedo grass without damaging your shrubs and your annuals and your perennials. So in the flower bed, it's not a problem. You can get rid of it, or control it. But it's going to come from your lawn back into the flower bed. In order to, let's say, this is all good questions. If you live on the water side and you're having torpedo grass invading all the time in there, all these other issues, or if you live in it's coming from your flower bed into your lawn, you can put down a 4 mil plastic barrier, and then put dirt on top of it, puncture it slightly, and then that'd be sufficient to stop the torpedo grass from coming back in that area. In your lawn, in St. Augustine, there's nothing really you can do. Zoysia, no, you can treat it in Zoysia. All right?
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Devin. Have a great day.
That is kind of depressing, because I just went to a lady's lawn that she had torpedo grass in a grand, massive amount of it. And she said that... she wanted to know if there's anything I can do for her. I says no. Yeah. But she said, well, it was so damaged, or St. Augustine was damaged, that she just opted for resodding. Okay. But the reason the torpedo grass got a foothold is because the torpedo grass had gotten there because of St. Augustine had take all root disease. And the main thing is, if you got torpedo grass, it usually means something's happened to your St. Augustine to allow it to get a foothold. The reason it's tough to get rid of is that the roots are 3 to 4 feet deep.
It feels like the risk you really run is if you've got the torpedo grass and you resod, that roots, that other stuff is still in there.
Resod with a type of St. Augustine that you can spray Roundup on. Okay. And Roundup there is a type of St. Augustine you can spray Roundup on, and you can use Roundup to control torpedo grass.
Well, thanks to Monsanto, there's a type of everything you can spell.
Well, go on. That's another direction.
It's 6:30 here at News 104.5 on Home and Garden Show. We've got Fox News, traffic, weather, and more of the Home and Garden Show featuring you at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Yeah, that blue
Jacksonville's morning news, getting you to work on time and informed. First alert traffic and weather every 6 minutes. And the 3 big things you need to know every 15 minutes. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m. on News 104.5.
Fox News, I'm Karen McHugh. Hurricane Dorian producing tropical storm force winds in southeastern Massachusetts this morning. Hurricane conditions expected in portions of Nova Scotia later today. At least 43 people reported dead in the Bahamas. Emergency crews helping survivors on Abaco Island. Michael Capone of the nonprofit Global Empowerment Mission.
Imagine being out on an island after that for 5 days without food and water. There's nothing left.
The Bahamian Health Ministry said helicopters and boats are trying to get to the affected areas but are delayed by severe flooding. Hundreds of people gathered in Santa Barbara, California Friday night for a memorial service for the 34 people who died Monday morning from a fire on an offshore dive boat. This woman got emotional when she saw the 34 oxygen tanks used to honor the victims.
I was standing, at the tanks and looking at each one and each of those individuals.
This is Fox News.
News you need from the most trusted source in Jacksonville. Local, national, breaking, all in one place. Download the WOKV app and tap the newsfeed button. All the news from WOKV in the palm of your hand. Apple or Android, we've got you covered. This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news. News 104.5 WOKV.
This is Jeff King, Development Director for Rodeheaver Boys Ranch. Rodeheaver Boys Ranch has been advertising on News 104.5 WOKV for over 10 years. I always say that News 104.5 WOKV will give them the biggest bang for their advertising budget.
Hi, it's Mac with Baker Glass. If you're having trouble finding a clear option for that new shower enclosure or a replacement for that fog glass, then call the Baker Boys or find us at BakerGlassInc.com. That's BakerGlassInc.com. Baker Glass, no one treats you better.
Thanks to you, Community Hospice and Palliative Care has been awarded Hospice Honors, a nationally recognized quality award. Community is the only hospice provider in our 16-county region and one of only 5% in the nation to receive this distinction. At Community Hospice and Palliative Care, they have a 40-year legacy of honoring life. So choose quality. Choose CommunityHospice.com. That's CommunityHospice.com.
This message is sponsored by the Florida A&M University Medical Marijuana Education and Research Initiative, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
Where I'm from, marijuana is legal. Can I use it in Florida? Nah, it's illegal here, man. But I have PTSD. Should I at least try to get medical marijuana? That's legal. But if I were you, I'd talk to my doctor about qualifying conditions and to find out if medical marijuana is even right for you. Thanks. I'll talk to my doctor.
Attention to this important announcement. If you have ever taken prescriptions like Adderall and are concerned about the side effects and high cost, now there's a new all-natural smart pill available that's the closest thing to a safe, real-life, limitless pill. It's so powerful and effective that students, athletes, and execs all want to get their hands on it. It's called Limitless, a Coastline product, and it's truly remarkable. It can help skyrocket your concentration, improve your creative thinking, enhance your memory, and make you feel like a better version of yourself. Call and find out how to get a free bottle of Limitless and experience this firsthand. It's not a question of whether this powerful pill works, but how great it can make you feel. Take it and watch it go to work. Limitless may be the best kept secret available today.
To find out how to get your free bottle of Limitless, call 800-681-9429. That's 800-681-9429. Get your free bottle for a limited time. Call now. 800-681-9429. 800-681-9429.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
Partly to mostly sunny and hot today. It's an 8 on the WOKV weather meter. A high temperature very near records between 95 and 100 degrees. Clear and mild tonight in the lower 70s and mostly sunny and hot tomorrow. Your high in the mid-90s. It'll be in the 90s throughout the Jaguars game. Mostly to partly sunny on Monday. The heat continues in the 90s and then not quite as hot with a shot at least a few afternoon storms. Tuesday and Wednesday, partly sunny otherwise, and highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
Google just got a lot more informed.
Okay, Google, play WOKV News.
Okay, here's the latest news from WOKV News on Demand.
Make sure you don't miss anything. Just ask your Google Assistant or Google Home to play WOKV News. This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news. News 104.5 WOKV. Helping to make our community a better place. This is the WOKV Ask the Experts Weekend. Discussing things that matter most to you. Have a question? Have it answered by our local experts. Now, the Home and Garden Show with Wally Conway and Larry O'Neill on News 104.5 WOKV.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show, 635 here at News 104.5 WOKV. You're listening to the Home and Garden Show. I'm Wally Conway. Larry O'Neill from Larry's Garden is here with me also. Rolling down the Middleburg, checking in with Eric, see if we can get him some good hedge ideas. Welcome to the Home and Garden Show, Eric.
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen.
How high and why are you putting up a hedge? What are you attempting to accomplish?
I've got about 200 feet of property along along the road that I'm trying to put up a hedge for sound and privacy. I've used viburnums before in my old house, and they were pretty dense. But I'm trying to get a plant barrier. I want them as thick and thick as possible, as quick as possible for the privacy and the sound.
Thick and quick, and you probably also want it free, right?
Free would be nice.
Well, I don't know if you like bamboo. Bamboo is the fastest growing. You have a 18-foot. If you water and fertilize, you have 18, 16-foot hedge, tall plant from a 3-gallon to that tall in about 18 months. Okay, and then in 24 months, it'd be impenetrable. You couldn't walk to it if you planted certain types.
200 feet of bamboo sounds expensive.
It would be expensive, but there's nothing that could be that size in 18 months.
And sound absorbing.
And and 20-something feet, eventually getting to 24 feet. And zero pruning. You're never going to have to prune those things ever again. And there's no weeding because no weeds will grow under bamboo. Zero. I mean, it's a tough environment under bamboo to grow for any plants, and it's self-mulching. The sheaths of the bamboo, the sheaths are the things that cover the culm. The culm is the stalk that when it emerges from the ground, shed, and then they create a mulch underneath the bamboo that if you love that look, which is it's very nice.
I like it.
It has a nice sound, very, very, very nice. And it comes in many different colors, and types, and dark green, silvery green, yellow green. For a dense hedge, I would say Bambusa, Texellus, Gracilis is a good variety, the weaver's bamboo. You want to make sure that you get the right type because there's two different types that you want to distinguish between. The thin wall bamboo, the bamboo that has a very thin wall has a tendency to lay over because it can't support itself. But the thick wall bamboo, like Texellus gracilis, will stand 100% upright. When they're young, they kind of lean out, but it's very upright. You can walk right next to it. You can mow around it. Otherwise, you look at some other types will lay out multiplex. That kind of creates a vase-shaped looking bamboo, which is not good for hedges. So besides that, if you want something, a native plant that would create a nice hedge, Walter's viburnum, we're talking about 5 to 10 feet, depends on the type of hedge you get. Lycium parviflorum, if you're planting in the shade, and you want a plant that gets really, stays really thick on the base. Lycium parviflorum is our native plant. Or Floridandum is another native plant. The Floridandum, I think, is a little more attractive because it's dark green and has a red flower. And it can take a little bit of moisture and stays nice and leafy all the way to the bottom. Of course, Southern Indica azalea is another great plant. That's a big azalea, can tolerate a lot of sun, needs a little bit more moisture until it gets established in the sunlight and getting around 12 feet. And of course, you get the beautiful spring bloom or late winter bloom. Those are some bigger shrubs.
It takes up a lot more space, though.
It gets big like the viburnum.
It's going to be as broad.
Yeah,
as
you want to leave them unpruned. They'll get broad like the big and broad like the viburnum. But if you're, let's say, 59 years old or older, you need to maybe think about bamboo because make sure you get I wouldn't start out anything less than a 30 or 45 gallon plant because we have our limited time. We have our expiration date is ticking away. You know what I mean? You want to get it going quickly, But there's just some good choices there. And these not only are going to be disease resistant, can take our weather. They don't get many insects. Ligustrum's another one too. Ligustrum is another one. Pittosporum is another one. Pittosporum's pretty slow growing, so I think I'd stay away from that. Also, you could talking about, we just keep expanding because I'm working on a project just like this, creating a border along about 1,000-foot fence line. That Juniper virginiana is another great plant you could plant as a tree. It stays, and I would get the cultivar called Brody, which stays narrow and it gets upright, and you're going to get much quicker upright growth. Magnolia grandiflora creates a great looking hedge. We can plant a bunch of those together. People don't look at it as a hedge plant, but young live oaks, when they're branched all the way to the bottom, make a fantastic large hedge.
Ligustrum, or not ligustrum.
Live oak. Once you prune them 3 or 4 times, they get dense. So I went to Italy, and the hedges, they have oak hedges in Italy that are gigantic, but they're absolutely spectacular. Nothing less than spectacular.
So decades and decades and decades.
It takes a long time, but you get upright growth quickly on a tree. So that's how you bridge the gap. If a tree is going to get 20 to 30 or 40 feet tall, that's its terminal growth. You get that quicker upright growth faster. So you bridge the gap. Then you remove the central leader when you get to a point that you say, okay, I want to stall this out. Cut back the central leader, and the central leader is the branch that is moving that linear growth upward. Okay, cut that off. That creates apical dormancy. That makes the upward growth go more dormant, and you get more lateral growth that way. But live oak, Juniper virginiana, Magnolia grandiflora, I get D.D. Blanchard is one of my favorites. Dark leaves, makes a beautiful hedge. There's plenty of alternates.
So in summary, Eric, what do you figure you're going to do?
Wow, it's like I know it's early, but I feel like I need a drink after all that information.
Make Wally have one, and maybe I will too.
I was sitting over here glassing over.
How invasive is the bamboo?
Bamboo. Well, you get Bambusa textilis gracilis. It's not invasive. It's a clump forming. It doesn't grow on a rhizome. That's a structural difference between Bambusa and say some other black bamboo, which is grows on a rhizome. Okay, Phyllostaches are the one that grow on a rhizome. They have some growing out there in Glen St. Mary's. The Glen St. Mary's is one of the oldest nurseries in Florida, which they planted out there, and it's about taking over some areas out there completely. It's a bamboo forest now out there. But the Bambusa textilis gracilis grows on will grow on the
it's a clumper, not a runner.
It's a clumper, not a runner. Phyllostaches is the type that will run. It's one of the runners. Okay, so you get the right type, you're never going to have to worry about it running out all over the world.
Okay. Sounds good. That's a lot of information. I might need to go back.
Give me a call, 346-1970. You can mull it around a little bit, and then you can get it down to your last choice, and then we can always talk about it.
I distill it down, and really the way to go if you can afford it is the bamboo.
The bamboo
it's going to look great. It's going to happen fast.
It's impenetrable. Once you get this textilis, you cannot walk. A flea could get through it maybe, but that's about it.
Wow. Okay. All right, thanks for information, gentlemen.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Don't ask you should have hedges. We just, I know a lot about that. The hedges are a great thing to have in a landscape. It's privacy versus a fence. There's nothing like privacy. It creates a green barrier. It's ever living. You don't have to worry about nailing it, staining it, all the other things.
Sure.
And, trimming it. The only thing that hedges present is the trimming portion.
Well, depending on what the hedge looks like, you don't need to trim it.
Yeah,
if you get azaleas on Scott Mill that are probably been growing 50 years.
50 years,
They've never been trimmed.
Right.
You can't see through it.
You can't see them. They're massive.
12 feet tall.
They're 12 feet tall and 12 feet wide. They create a beautiful hedge, absolutely, for sure. But, 50 years old, we had to start out when we were, in our 20s or 30s, to get a decent
The
size.
challenge is if when you have a small piece of property and you're attempting to get height, and you don't
get
want
the width,
girth.
not get the worth.
Exactly.
So that's why bamboo in trees, planted as hedges. I saw Drake elm. Drake elms pruned as hedges, and they work fabulous. Even though they're deciduous, it's a deciduous hedge. But then you see more of those up in New Jersey.
Right.
But they work great as a tall hedge. You know, so don't eliminate a tree. I mean, I looked at the caliper of the tree. The tree's caliper was 12 inches, and it was still trimmed as a hedge. They do that much in Europe, you know, trimming trees as a hedges, and then they call them flying hedges and stilted hedges, you know, all this type of stuff. They'll create that look with them. But you know, you could say, take for instance, in his particular case, you could take an elm tree, winged elm, and prune it as a hedge. You know, winged elms. Speaking of winged elms, I really like winged elms. It's one of our native trees. It's already starting to slightly turn color. If you want a fall color tree, besides the Chinese fringe tree is the best fall color tree. You're creating that buttery yellow. It is in fact one of the best flowering trees that I've ever looked at growing in our zone. And of course, you know, limited to white flowers. But turns that buttery yellow in the fall, and then the winged elm turns that nice golden yellow color in the fall. It has beautiful bark. It looks like wings on the branches. The bark forms those wings. I forget what the botanical description is on that, but they have a lot of good lateral growth. It's a very well-shaped tree. You know, it doesn't get gigantic in size, and it's fairly slow growing. So a winged elm for fall color, and also as a landscape tree, and if you wanted to have one as a hedge, is a great native tree. You know, so we got all the bases covered on the hedge. So we're hot on hedge question. I just happened to be working on a landscape where it was like 1,000 linear feet that they wanted a hedge on.
That is long.
1,000.
What was the total size of that lot?
Gigantic. It was
5-6 acres.
Oh, at least that much. Yeah, it was gigantic. You know, that was just the front side, the street side. So it was over 1,000.
Wow.
You know, they wanted a natural hedge along the front. So, also wax myrtle. It was a wax myrtle. The only thing I don't like about wax myrtle and ligustrum, they cannot tolerate any severe pruning. A lot of what makes a good hedge plant is that it can compartmentalize the wound. So hollies are making another nice hedge. You know, like in Eliarstes and Stevens, East Palaca, any of those trees but they have the ability to compartmentalize a wound. And so when they get cut, they're able to, you know, create a barrier from disease. Well, ligustrum, if you look at any ligustrum that's been severely pruned, it's going to have disease. Every single one of them. Any branch that you cut that's more than maybe 2 inches, maybe two inches in diameter, it's going to open up. It's not going to be able to compartmentalize, and the plant's eventually going to die from it. Same thing with wax myrtle. They can't compartmentalize wounds. So you want to if you want to address ligustrum and wax myrtle, if that's your choice, address it early in the stage before it gets overgrown. And when you're trying to go overgrown, you know, and try to correct it, is impossible to correct it. So keep that in mind.
I have that on the top of my mind.
Okay, I know you do.
I'm about all hedged out, man.
You're hedged out?
That's enough to make me move into a condo.
How about hedge funds?
That might work. It's 6:50 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. Brief break, jumping right on the phones to your calls at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. Right back.
Stay connected with the WOKV app. Listen to News 104.5 WOKV anytime, anywhere. Get the latest breaking news and share your thoughts using the open mic. It's simply the best. Download the News 104.5 WOKV app now. This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news, weather, and traffic. News 104.5 WOKV.
Hi, I'm Larry of Larry's Garden. One of my favorite things about the South is great weather, which means more time for outside. And at Larry's Garden, we design, install, and maintain every outdoor project. Need to replace a cracked driveway? We do it. Need a patio, pergola, deck, or pavers? We do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden, complete your entire project. No subcontractors. All work is done by Larry's Garden employees. Low water landscapes, sod replacement, landscape designs that are unbelievable, a complete landscape makeover, we do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden, complete your entire project. Weekly maintenance for communities and commercial locations is also available. For more information, visit larrysgarden.com or call 346-1970. Design, install, maintain. One company, complete project, Larry's Garden.
When you need your engine tuned, trust a car expert. When you need your roof fixed, trust a roof expert. And when you need the highest quality water softener salt, trust Morton Salt. We're the salt experts with over 100 years of experience. Morton Pure and Natural Water Softener Salt in the blue bag is made from all-natural, high-purity salt crystals. Trust Morton. We're the salt experts. Find our easy-to-carry blue bags at your local Lowe's store.
Thanks to you, Community Hospice and Palliative Care has been awarded Hospice Honors, a nationally recognized quality award. Community is the only hospice provider in our 16-county region and one of only 5% in the nation to receive this distinction. At Community Hospice and Palliative Care, they have a 40-year legacy of honoring life. So choose quality. Choose CommunityHospice.com. That's CommunityHospice.com.
Hey, what in the name of Lester Jackson are you doing?
Oh, hey, boss. Well, since these folks are out of town, I figured I had time to make a Sammy.
You what?
Yep, it's a peanut butter banana sandwich, just like Elvis.
Wait, when are the owners of this place getting back?
Well, the social media account says tomorrow around noon, so relax.
Huh. Well, don't leave a mess. That would be rude.
Boss, how is it possible in this day and age that folks like this don't have Safe Touch security?
Beats me. Seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean, from the two-way communicator to the crash and smash technology to video monitoring.
Hey, if these folks had Safe Touch, we wouldn't be within a mile of this place.
And that's why we live by the Crooks R Us motto. Stay away from Safe Touch houses.
Yeah. Hey, pass the bread, will ya?
Crooks never stay away from Safe Touch houses. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson, president of Safe Touch Security Systems. No one beats our technology or our price.
Call Safe Touch today at 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
Right now at Beard's Jewelry, get 5 years zero interest financing on anything and everything.
That's right, 5 years zero interest with no money down. But the response has been so incredible, we're extending it till the end of September. How about a $3,000 designer setting? You pay just $50 a month.
Or a $2,500 pair of diamond studs? You pay less than $42 a month.
Take advantage of Beard's Diamonds' already low prices. Then spread your payments out over 60 months and get her that piece of jewelry she's been dreaming about.
How about a GIA certified diamond with a Tacori or Veragio setting for $12,000? You pay just $200 a month.
Fine jewelry has never been better. Take advantage of the largest inventory in North Florida, all at unbelievable prices. Divide your total by 60, and that's what you pay a month.
Beard's Jewelry, located at the St. John's Town Center.
Visit beardsdiamonds.com. See the difference. Save thousands.
Attention to this important announcement. If you have ever taken prescriptions like Adderall and are concerned about the side effects and high cost, now there's a new all-natural smart pill available that's the closest thing to a safe, real-life, limitless pill. It's so powerful and effective that students, athletes, and execs all want to get their hands on it. It's called Limitless, a Coastline product, and it's truly remarkable. It can help skyrocket your concentration, improve your creative thinking, enhance your memory, and make you feel like a better version of yourself. Call and find out how to get a free bottle of Limitless and experience this firsthand. It's not a question of whether this powerful pill works, but how great it can make you feel. Take it and watch it go to work. Limitless may be the best kept secret available today.
To find out how to get your free bottle of Limitless, call 800-681-9429. That's 800-681-9429. Get your free bottle for a limited time. Call now, 800-681-9429. 800-681-9429.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A hot weekend, plenty of sun today, and 8 on the WOKV weather meter with a record-breaking high of 97. Clear and mild tonight in the lower 70s. Hot, mostly sunny on your Sunday with a high in the mid-90s. Monday will be partly to mostly sunny, back up into the mid to upper 90s. And Tuesday and Wednesday, partly sunny with a few afternoon thunderstorms starting to develop and highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. With your First Alert Forecast, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
The morning household hurry can be worse than anything I-95 can throw at you. But there's one person that understands your need to move quick in the morning and your need for news, weather, and traffic.
That's me, Alexa.
Wake up and listen at home every morning. Just ask Alexa to play News 104.5 WOKV. Helping to make our community a better place. This is the WOKV Ask the Experts Weekend. Discussing things that matter most to you. Have a question? Have it answered by our local experts. Now, the Home and Garden Show with Wally Conway and Larry O'Neill on News 104.5 WOKV.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show, 6:56. Grateful that you're with us. I'm Wally Conway from Home Pro Inspections. Larry O'Neill from Larry's Garden is here, and Catherine is checking in.
Yeah. Catherine.
Some questions on her windows. Welcome, Catherine. What's up with the windows?
Good morning, sir. Little background. I am an old person and will be selling this house in the next 5 years. My windows need changing. They have contractor-grade windows from the 80s right now. And I was worried with this last storm, gosh, is it going to come and blow the windows out? But we lucked out.
Good.
Now, window company here in Jacksonville, they say it's a Florida company, has a 40% off sale this weekend. And I think their windows are probably akin to like an Anderson or, the good windows, rated to 100. Their standard window is 135 miles an hour. We are not in a wind-prone area. I'm just east of San Marcos.
Right.
But because I am old, and it is an old neighborhood, kind of deteriorating, I don't want to overspend, and I need guidance. Do you think these 40% sales are a gimmick, or are they the real thing?
Well, it's not about the size of the sale. It's about what did it cost in the end. So you should be able to get very, very, very fine quality windows that will serve you well for as long as you live there, and it will be attractive to the next buyer 5-10 years down the road or whenever that is, for under $500 a piece, maybe even as far down as $3. The idea of spending the money for a hurricane impact window when you're east of San Marco, that would be a luxury and a long way from a necessity. And when you're thinking about selling your home, it's probably didn't add a dime of value. We've looked at 35,000 houses, and I've never been asked the question, hey, Wally, are these hurricane-resistant windows? In beach communities, there's different requirements that may be appropriate, but where you are, if it made you feel safe and comfortable to have the hurricane window, that's a good decision. If you're doing it just for good looks and future value, it wouldn't add a dime in my estimation.
Okay, if you were looking at just a standard window change, where would you look for windows? Would you go to Lowe's or Home Depot or...
There's nothing wrong with that decision. I will tell you who did my windows, and I was very happy with Window World. They did a beautiful job, and it was in that $300 to $500 per window range. It'll depend, what fanciness you get, but it was very cost effective. They did a beautiful job.
Now, the thing I did not like about Window World was they don't have a bronze-colored window. Or they didn't when I put it on one of my little rental houses. And this house is stone and brick, and it would really look a lot better with a bronze-colored window.
Yeah, you may have to shop for that. Candidly, I don't see much in bronze any longer. Typically what we're seeing most often is a white color or a cream color.
Right. Yeah, that's what I got on my rent houses. And that's fine for a little conch-looking house. But this one is a little different than that. But anyway, I do appreciate you talking to me, sir.
I appreciate you calling, Catherine. And you sound young.
Well, I'm in my 70s.
That's not old. Larry and I are both 64. You're just a baby girl.
Yeah, right. Well, I am really looking at selling and going to one of these 55 and older communities.
Oh, there's lots of old people in those communities.
Yeah, and I don't mind that they're old because I really do like old people, but I do want them to have a swimming pool.
Catherine, I got to let you go. We've got the news coming up. I appreciate you and grateful that you've been with us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am. It's 7 o'clock here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. We've got Fox News traffic, weather, then more of the Home and Garden Show featuring you at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Overwhelming. And we're grateful to nations from around the world coming and demonstrating their support to us here in the Bahamas.
The Bahamian government expects the number of casualties from the storm will rise over the next few days. The victims of this week's deadly dive boat fire off California are being remembered. Hundreds of people attended a vigil at a Santa Barbara park for the 34 divers likely trapped below deck when the flames broke out.
We agonize to come to these things because our hearts are broken and we've had such great sadness. But then when we get here, there's almost something magical that happens, and folks linger.
The Santa Barbara County Sheriff says preliminary findings show the victims may have died in their sleep after inhaling toxic smoke. Defense Secretary Mark Esper discussed the ongoing talks with the Taliban in Afghanistan while meeting with French officials today. Esper says the U.S. will not accept just any deal. He adds a deal must guarantee the security of countries and a brighter path ahead for the Afghan people. America is listening to Fox News.
The morning household hurry can be worse than anything I-95 can throw at you. But there's one person that understands your need to move quick in the morning and your need for news, weather, and traffic.
That's me, Alexa.
Wake up and listen at home every morning. Just ask Alexa to play News 104.5 WOKV.
Attention to this important announcement. If you have ever taken prescriptions like Adderall and are concerned about the side effects and high cost, now there's a new all-natural smart pill available that's the closest thing to a safe, real-life, limitless pill. It's so powerful and effective that students, athletes, and execs all want to get their hands on it. It's called Limitless, a Coastline product, and it's truly remarkable. It can help skyrocket your concentration, improve your creative thinking, enhance your memory, and make you feel like a better version of yourself. Call and find out how to get a free bottle of Limitless and experience this firsthand. It's not a question of whether this powerful pill works, but how great it can make you feel. Take it and watch it go to work. Limitless may be the best kept secret available today.
Find out how to get a free bottle of Limitless. Call 1-800-617-1604. 800-617-1604. Free bottles for a limited time. Call now. 800-617-1604. 800-617-1604.
Before you roll the dice on a random roofer, consider the most experienced roofer in Northeast Florida. Schedule a free roof estimate with Jack C. Wilson Roofing Company by visiting jackcwilsonroofing.com. Jack C. Wilson Roofing, the first name in Jacksonville roofing.
Get super savings on over 1,000 vehicles on the lot right now at Arlington Toyota. It's the 2020 Supra Sales Event going on now at Arlington Toyota. Plus, you pay up to 50% less on remaining 2019 Toyotas. You heard right, up to 50% less on remaining pre-owned 2019s. Looking at a 2019 Toyota Camry? It's not $26,000. Now it's only $17,988. That's $17,988 for a pre-owned 2019 Toyota Camry at Arlington Toyota. Thinking about a 2019 Toyota Corolla? It's not $22,000. No way. Now it's just $13,888. Just $13,888 for a pre-owned 2019 Toyota Corolla at Arlington Toyota. But Arlington gives you even more with their $5,000 Advantage Club. It comes with your purchase and it's packed with savings, discounts, rewards, and even a national lifetime warranty with unlimited time and miles for new purchases. Shop Arlington Toyota today, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, and online at arlingtontoyota.com. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/super savings for offer details.
Hot, hot, hot. Can you believe this weather out there? Hi, this is Stan Nagel for Energy Seal Foam Insulation, reminding you that you're burning up. This time of year, your attic temperature averages 130 degrees. Nothing like paying high energy bills and you're still hot. Do something about it. Spray foaming your attic with Energy Seal really works. A cooler attic means a cooler home, a cooler bonus room. Everything is more comfortable. Right now, we're offering 25% off our summer rates. Call us today at 888-306-3626 or look us up on the web at energysealtoday.com. Call us today for a free estimate, 888-306-3626.
Say hello to your new secret advertising weapon, your own branded mobile phone number.
StarStar Mobile provisions vanity mobile numbers prefixed by ***, providing audiences an easy way to reach your business. Give it a try now by dialing *** Mobile from your mobile phone. That's ** Mobile. When prospective customers see your offline or online ad and they dial your branded ** Mobile number, ** Mobile helps to convert them through text, voice, and online communications. Give it a try now by dialing ** Mobile from your mobile phone. That's ** Mobile.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
Partly to mostly sunny and hot today. It's an 8 on the WOKV weather meter. A high temperature very near records between 95 and 100 degrees. Clear and mild tonight in the lower 70s and mostly sunny and hot tomorrow. Your high in the mid-90s. It'll be in the 90s throughout the Jaguars game. Mostly to partly sunny on Monday. The heat continues in the 90s and then not quite as hot with a shot at least a few afternoon storms. Tuesday and Wednesday, partly sunny otherwise, and highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
Brought to you by Waycross Air Conditioning. Air conditioning service with a workmanship guarantee.
Helping to make our community a better place. This is the WOKV Ask the Experts Weekend. Discussing things that matter most to you. Have a question? Have it answered by our local experts. Now, the Home and Garden Show with Wally Conway and Larry O'Neill on News 104.5 WOKV.
Good morning. Welcome to the Home and Garden Show. It is 7:06 on a beautiful Saturday morning in Jacksonville. For those of you just joining us, you are listening to the Home and Garden Show. The Home and Garden Show is heard every single Saturday from 6 a.m. until 8 a.m. right here at News 104.5 WOKV. The Home and Garden Show features this large man right here, Larry O'Neill from Larry's Garden, who brings us 20-plus years of toiling in the soil so that your efforts in your lawn and garden, hardscape, landscape are a little bit simpler. Me, Wally Conway, bringing you 20-plus years of home inspection expertise so that we can answer your questions on all things in, on, under, around, and about the house. What makes the show most fun for us, though, is interacting with you. You can do that by telephone. Here is that number, 855-765-1045. Or if you happen to be watching the live video stream at the Home Pro Inspections Facebook page or my page, Wally Conway, you can send us pictures and videos and questions right there online, and we can interact with you that way, and that makes it great fun. So, again, that number, 855-765-1045. Got an update for you, Lawrence, on the condominium renovation.
Oh, yeah, okay.
As I've been sharing, we are migrating from the glorious village of Scott Mill over to the Ortega Farms.
Yeah.
The gut is completely done. Everything is out of there. The heat pump is still there. That'll be gone next week. Snyder Man's changing out the heating and air. All the demolition, cabinetry gone, the rip out of some walls and whatnot, which is hard to do. That's all done. And the painters were in there this week. So that baby is all painted, and now it's time for reassembly. So we've got about
all the hard parts out of the way.
Well, it wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
Really. All we did was write checks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really easy. I ripped out the floor and some other stuff.
Oh, that must have been a sight to see.
Well, let me tell you this about that. It was $2,000. It's only 1,000 square feet.
Yeah.
To rip out the flooring, and it was a snap-together vinyl floor, and then the bedrooms both had carpet. So it was 1,000 square feet of just rolled up, rip it out, make it go away, nothing complex. It was $2,000. I said, $2,000. Let me start on that project and see how it goes. And I got the carpet out. That only took about 30 minutes. Had to cut it up so it would fit in my little car. So probably an hour. Probably an hour on the carpet. And I said, okay, that was money well spent, time well spent. And then the that kind of floating laminate floor, it unsnapped. I unsnapped it. I stacked it all up, put it on
Craigslist.
It wasn't Craigslist. It was not Nextdoor.
Nextdoor is another list that you can put?
Yeah. Okay. All the cool people are using it now.
Nextdoor, okay.
Yeah, so I put it on Nextdoor as free, and somebody came and got it. Did the same thing with the kitchen. Had the whole kitchen on there, and put it on Nextdoor, and a fellow came over, brought 3 people with him, 4 of them. They worked all day, took the countertops, took everything, gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it saved you the money of them ripping it out.
Correct. So that put me about $2,500 to the good.
That was a great idea. Nextdoor, I got to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And you can look on Nextdoor for things that you want to get for free.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Well, stuff is for sale. Stuff is for free.
Right.
It's, it's whatever you got going. Same with a water heater. I cut out the water heater, stuck it in the living room or dining room, and put that on there, and somebody came and got that too.
You know that I was thinking about my water heater is almost 30 years old now.
If it works.
It works. I keep saying, when's this thing going to wear out?
One of the things to ponder, though, with an older water heater is what is the consequence of a leak? So if they fail in two ways. Either the element burns out or they begin to leak.
I put one of those trays in there in a drain.
So it drains right into the crawl space?
Yeah, in the crawl space.
So there's not really much consequence.
Right.
So just run it until it croaks.
30 years old.
A good deal.
That's unbelievable.
You got lucky.
I did.
Yeah. So we got the cabinetry coming. And that's 2 weeks out, and then the granite comes on top of that, and then the final thing will be flooring. But I'll tell you the challenge I'm having right now is we're downsizing significantly from about 2,500 square feet with a 2.5 car oversized garage to 1,000 square feet with no garage.
Oh my God! Where are you going to put the midget?
The midget is
the little roller skate.
Yeah, my MG midget is going up for sale.
Oh,
yeah.
That was your dad's car.
Well, it was my car. I gave it to him, and he gave it back.
Oh, you can't do that.
I've had pushback by others on that one, too.
You can't do that. At least you melt it down. Melt it down and put it in. I mean, it's like an old Fanta can. Just send it to the crusher. They'll get it crushed down to 1 by 1.
No, I can't do that.
You know what I mean? And you can drag it around to coffee and...
I think it's time for
coffee and cars. What's this? Is this my MG midget? My girl's car. My girl's car.
So here's the challenge we're having.
Around a girl's car?
Here's the present challenge in the condo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Closets. We went from large walk-in closets to relatively small closets.
Yeah.
So we're trying to optimize closet space.
Right.
We've ripped out the ventilated shelving, which had just one row of
Ventilated shelving?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean the wire.
The wire. They call it ventilated shelving.
Okay.
Wire ventilated shelving. Rip that out. So now we're going to, the thought is we're going to go back so we can have 2 rows of hanging in the master closet and the guest closet. So we're looking to double the amount of usable space while crunching the actual size of the space in half.
1,000 square feet? And that's, okay, how many square feet are the closets?
The master is not a large master. I'm going to guess it's about 6 by 8, 6 by 10.
Well, that's pretty decent. That's a pretty decent size.
Well, it's not the one we have now is almost as big as a small bedroom.
Right.
It's probably got 20 linear feet of wall space in it or more, 30 feet.
So those old houses in San Marcos, they ain't got no closet space.
Yeah.
I mean, they got maybe 8 by 2.
Well, the reality is we have too much stuff.
Yeah.
So I've been selling stuff like crazy and giving away stuff.
You're no fashionista for sure. You got, your shirts you got from high school.
I do.
Still wearing those. So
I do.
You have to get that down to a minimum. But
well, and I wore a different shirt today. I got my best buddy's shirt on today.
They gave you that one for free.
I earned this one. I'm the chairman of the advisory board.
Okay.
I raised $300,000 this November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Raise $300,000, you get a free shirt.
So okay. So it's 1,000 from 2,500 to 1,000 square feet.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a 1 bedroom or?
It's 2.
2 bedroom, 1,000 square feet? Okay. Yeah. Small bedrooms.
Mid-size.
Okay.
If I compare it to
you can put a lot of stuff on your boat now, though.
Well, that's what we're actually doing.
Yeah.
So this 1,000 feet of condo, I didn't really buy the condo. I got it for free.
Yeah.
I bought a boat slip.
With a condominium.
Yes, I have a concrete floating dock for my boat.
But you're saving you a lot of money because you don't have to put your boat in.
That's right.
In storage.
That's what I'm sharing with you. I bought a boat slip and it came with a free condominium.
Okay. Is that the biggest model they got there? Is 1,000 square feet?
No, the biggest is 14.
Oh, okay.
That has 3 bedrooms, 1,400 square feet.
Yeah.
But I didn't need that.
Yeah.
So I'm downsizing the house and then we'll upsize the boat.
Okay, that's it.
I just need closets.
Maybe you'll get a diesel this time. You give your wife.
I've had diesels before.
Give your wife a break on their oars. Yeah.
One of the other challenges I'm having is getting my exhaust from the dryer to go to the outside.
Right.
I thought, this is no big deal. I'll make a arrangement with the condominium association. I'll pay the roofer to come in and vent it through the roof. And then during the home inspection, I discovered that the roof decking is poured concrete panels.
Wow.
It's 4 inches thick.
You should get through it, but I mean, it's going to be a lot of work.
Yeah. But it's a whole...
that's a bigger
project. Level of problem.
Oh, yeah.
I thought about going through the soffits.
Concrete roof decking.
Concrete.
That's unbelievable.
4 inches thick.
That could stand a nuclear blast.
Well, that's how it was built. It was built in 1969.
Yeah.
It was officer housing during the Vietnam War.
Oh, yeah.
And, the Russians were coming in, too, so they were worried about that. And then I thought, well, I can vent it through the soffit. So looking from the outside, there's big, wide soffits.
Right.
Turns out, poured concrete. So the poured concrete, it's a pitched
The whole
roof.
thing's made out of concrete. Yep. Solid concrete, 4 inches thick.
Yep. Well, the walls are thicker. The walls are 8 inches thick.
The walls are 8 inches thick?
Yeah, that's like a
That must
medieval
be
castle.
quiet.
It's very quiet.
Yeah?
Very quiet.
You can't hear your neighbors walking around at all?
No. And imagine this. So it's a pitched roof, right? A hip, a gable-ended roof. And the center line under what would be the peak of the roof is also concrete.
Wow.
So the wall between, say, the family room and the master bedroom is 8 or 10 inches thick of concrete.
Because you got to support that weight.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And then the walls, the exterior wall and the wall between the adjacent condo is concrete.
I mean, you don't have to evacuate when you have a hurricane.
No. The people on the first floor might.
Because the river might rise.
It did during Irma, not this last time.
Did it rise up into the front yards?
During Irma?
Yeah.
During Irma, it rose into the interior of some of the homes.
Oh, wow.
About half of them flooded.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm on the second floor.
So you're good. You're safe.
Yeah.
You have to worry about power outage, and that's the only thing.
Right. Well, that's another adaptation is that I presently have a generator. I won't have my own generator.
Yeah.
Presently on Scott Mill, I have a well. I won't have my own water source.
Well, you'll manage some way. I mean, that thing could stand up to any kind of hurricane.
Well, our actual thought is the boat becomes that place. So I have power and water and all that on the boat.
Yeah.
So the boat's on the concrete dock. So the water rises up. It can rise 15 feet, 12 to 15, before it floats away because it's a concrete floating dock with concrete pilings, right? So that's good. So it can go all the way up, all the way down, and it's no problem at all. So if I had no power or no ability to cook or bathe, I can go on the boat and do that.
Wow. Okay, you're set.
Yeah, I got a plan.
You're set. All right.
Yeah.
All right. It sounds like a good idea. So, but for 1,000 square feet, you should have gotten something a little nicer than vinyl flooring.
Well, you say that, and I would have said that 10 or 15 years ago, but the newer luxury vinyl floorings are fantastic.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. It is impure, and I debated hard
You see, I'm not that excited about it.
Well, I did it for a couple of reasons. One, it was less expensive. Two, it's totally impervious to water, depending which one you buy.
Okay.
So
that's a benefit, but you're in the second story.
I know, but I've got big sliding doors that in big rains, you run the risk of water coming through the doors. So I said, I think I'm just going to go with a vinyl flooring.
That's a low probability.
It was a low probability of me buying the vinyl flooring. It's not in yet, but that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. All right.
It was about a third of the cost.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
A third of the cost. That's a huge difference.
And my
But
edibles...
it's only 1,000 square feet,
Yeah.
It's like people say when clay bricks are more expensive than concrete, but if you're only doing 1,000 square feet, it doesn't really account for much of the cost. If you're doing 100,000 square feet, it's a big difference.
Yeah. Well, it's about 1,000 square feet of flooring, and it's going to end up costing almost $10,000.
Yeah.
But it's the highest of the high ends.
The highest of the high ends.
As opposed to, if I spent that same 8,000 or 10,000 on wood, I would have a lesser.
I bet you could put that vinyl flooring in yourself. It's not that difficult.
I bet I could too, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, you may want to try.
No, I don't want to.
Save a little bit of money. Buy yourself a bigger boat.
Oh, now you got me.
Now I'm talking?
Yeah.
More powerful engine, bump your engine horsepower up 50 per unit.
I'm teak flooring on the boat.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice. See, get out there and, save $2,500, save another $2,500. You got yourself a little nicer boat there.
Well,
anyway,
in big boats, $2,500 doesn't go far.
That's the drop in the bucket. You get one fill up. But I got an interesting text message from a lady. We planted a garden for her last winter, and she decided to go from grass to all perennial gardens. And we planted a perennial garden at her, and she loves it. Or even the mailman says that she's like delivering mail to Disney. But
that's because he thinks she's goofy.
And she's, like I said, you make a tremendous amount of friends. When you have a beautiful front yard garden and landscape, everybody is stopping there. I did one for a guy in Mandarin. He said that he'd be out in the front yard and there'd be a line of cars out there taking pictures and talking to him about what's this and what's that. And it's an interesting thing. There is one thing with perennial shrubs and those type of things is you're going to give up mowing for a little bit more weeding. But it looks beautiful.
Yeah, I love that look. 721 here at News 104.5 WOKV, the Home and Garden Show. We've got a very brief break coming up. Jumping right back to your calls at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Listen every morning at 7:10 and 8:40 for the latest on all things DC with Washington insider Jamie Dupree. This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news. News 104.5 WOKV.
Wally Conway here, Mr. Home Inspection from Home Pro Inspections with important information about home warranties. At Home Pro Inspections, we have always recommended that every home buyer had a home inspection and a home warranty. It's much like having a physical exam and health insurance. They work together to protect you. Until now, I have never referred or endorsed a home warranty company because, truthfully, they were all about the same. They were only good for 12 months, they had long list of coverage exclusions, and they denied pre-existing conditions. The most comprehensive home warranty in America is now available in Jacksonville, covering items denied by others, including water softeners, well pumps, alarm systems, and there's no extra charge for multiple heat pumps or water heaters. When Home Pro inspects your home, the warranty is extended to 18 months of coverage at no extra charge. There's no better inspection and warranty package in America. For details and to order your home warranty, visit GoHomePro.com, GoHomePro.com, or call me at 268-8211.
You've been injured in a car accident, and the insurance company denies your medical bills, denies to pay your lost wages, and won't repair your car. Then it's time to fight back. Time to call Farah and Farah at 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Thanks to you, Community Hospice and Palliative Care has been awarded Hospice Honors, a nationally recognized quality award. Community is the only hospice provider in our 16-county region and one of only 5% in the nation to receive this distinction. At Community Hospice and Palliative Care, they have a 40-year legacy of honoring life. So choose quality. Choose CommunityHospice.com. That's CommunityHospice.com.
As a woman, you've spent years taking care of everyone else. When you retire, it's finally your turn. And here's a little secret. Women and men have different needs and different emotions when it comes to retirement. What to do? Listen to Woman's Worth Radio each Sunday at 10 a.m. Woman's Worth founder Jeanette Bajalia believes your retirement isn't just about the money. It's about your total health. Woman's Worth Radio, Sundays at 10 a.m.
It's for us guys, too.
Listen to Woman's Worth Radio this Sunday at 10 a.m.
I'm Mark Kinder with Affordable Water. There's a process in water treatment called ion exchange. This process actually removes hardness using very little salt with our demand metered systems. Our dual media system softens and filters water for your home or business. Affordable Water has been educating and serving Jacksonville for 30 years. We're licensed locally as well as on the state and national level. Affordable Water, 262-0197. That's Affordable Water, 262-0197. License number W32.
AffordableWaterJacks.com. Gordon Chevy in Orange Park is spearheading relief efforts for the people of the Bahamas that were hit hard by Hurricane Dorian's devastating strength. Here in Florida, we were lucky that the path of Hurricane Dorian spared the majority of our state, but the devastation in the Bahamas will impact that area for years to come. welcome. We continue to pray for the well-being of our neighbors in the Bahamas and would like to move quickly with relief efforts. While complete plans are in the works, we'll begin to accept donations at the Gordon Chevy dealership at 1166 Blanding Boulevard. Please limit donations to the items requested by the government of the Bahamas. They include water, personal hygiene items, canned goods, can openers, mosquito spray, sunscreen, diapers, baby formula, first aid items, flashlights, batteries, small generators, power banks, solar power chargers, and portable radios. We are once again counting on the generosity of our community, which has helped so many in the past, to step up once again for the people of the Bahamas. Please bring your donations to Gordon Chevy at 1166 Blanding Boulevard in Orange Park.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A hot weekend, plenty of sun today, and 8 on the WOKV weather meter with a record-breaking high of 97. Clear and mild tonight in the lower 70s. Hot, mostly sunny on your Sunday with a high in the mid-90s. Monday will be partly to mostly sunny, back up into the mid to upper 90s. And Tuesday and Wednesday, partly sunny with a few afternoon thunderstorms starting to develop and highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. With your First Alert Forecast, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show, 726 here at News 104.5. Grateful that you're with us. I'm Wally Conway. Larry O'Neill's here. And checking in from Arlington is Roland with some thoughts on vinyl flooring. Welcome, Roland.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing this morning?
Great, thanks. What's on your mind, sir?
Well, I'm not sure if it's vinyl or linoleum. It's in a break room in a small office building. About 15 people use it. Now, when I mop the floors, the heel marks will come up. But there's some kind of, it's just dingy looking. I got down and scrubbed with a brush. I use 409. I use Gorilla Goo, and some of them dingy stuff won't come out of there. Now, is anything I can use to clean it or what? Because I've tried everything.
Probably nothing. You know what? And I obviously don't see the flooring. Does it look like it's a single sheet, or is it squares or strips?
Squares. It's probably about like an 8 by 14.
8 by 14?
Something like that, I'm guessing. It's more long. It's rectangle. It's more long than it is wide.
Okay. How long do you think it's been down?
About 3 years.
Okay. So likely, linoleum is a brand name of vinyl. Very often when people say linoleum, they're thinking about it's a rolled material. Is usually
no, this is squares.
Yours is squares. So you've got likely some type of vinyl flooring. Once you've scuffed up the protective layer that's on the top of it, and you get the dirt and the grime and the grit down into that substrate, that's real difficult, if ever, to get it clean again. And what happens a lot of time, depending on is you get what's really intended for a residential use ends up in a commercial application. So it just
right, builder's grade.
Yeah. So you heard me chatting earlier, I believe, about the vinyl floor that we put in our house. It's got a 20 mil protective layer on the top of it. It's almost triple the size of a standard residential. It's right on the cusp of being something you'd use in a commercial building. So it's real important when you're making a change that you consider what that wear pattern is going to look like. But cleaning it, I don't know what you're going to do. Anything that's good enough to get that grit out of there, you run the risk of it doing a little bit further damage to that layer on the top. So I just clean it the best I could, and maybe it's time for a replacement.
Okay.
There's some sealants.
In other words, it's cheap flooring is what you're saying.
Yeah, and to Larry's point, you could seal it. The problem is that it's going to not come out.
You have to do it continuously, Of course, you have to do it. It wears out only good for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Right, but like I said, it's just real kind of like, I don't know, just dirty looking. Got down and scrub it. It ain't doing nothing.
Yeah,
it ain't budging.
You've worn off that top protective layer, and you're down into the substrate, and it's soaking up stuff, and it's never going to look good. It's time for a new one.
Okay, one quick question for Larry. Larry, you there?
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask something. Will a swamp hibiscus live in a potter if you keep it wet?
Yeah, sure. They make great garden plants. I like the grandiflora, which is a beautiful kind of pink flower. They're blooming now.
This is white with the red eye.
Yeah.
And it's up at the hunting camp up there around the swamp, and they're about to quit blooming. But I noticed that the leaves are a little bit different than a regular hibiscus.
Right. They're in the hibiscus family. Just collect the seed. They're easy to germinate.
Oh, are they?
Or you could take a cutting or dig section up. They'll grow from a cutting too.
Okay, you guys have a good day. Trump 2020.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Roland.
Bye-bye.
Have a beautiful day.
Bye.
7:30 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. We've got Fox News, traffic, weather, and more of the Home and Garden Show coming up. Love to hear from you. Start dialing 855-765-1045. Stay with us. Right back.
News, I'm Jared McHugh. Hurricane Dorian now headed for Nova Scotia as it lashes portions of New England with tropical storm-forced winds. Meanwhile, recovery in the hard-hit Bahamas just beginning.
There has been heroic efforts by U.S. Coast Guard pilots and cutters to rescue people from the air, from the sea, and it's estimated that those efforts will be stepped up in the coming days. This is a tough place to get to. But just looking around with dead bodies still protruding from this wreckage, you really get a sense that not much is really being done now.
Fox's Steve Harrigan in the Bahamas, where at least 43 deaths are being reported. Dorian took a swipe at North Carolina on its way up the coast, inflicting heavy damage there.
Storm surge inundated Ocracoke Island. Currently, the island has no electricity, and many homes and buildings are still underwater.
Governor Roy Cooper. America is listening to Fox News.
Now, local news from CBS 47, Fox 30 Action News Jax.
I'm Action News Jax anchor Lorena Inclan for News 104.5 WOKV. Our top story, a relief effort for Hurricane Dorian survivors in the Bahamas is happening today at Coop 303 restaurant in Atlantic Beach. It's happening from 10 to 3. But if you can't make it out to Coop 303, Action News Jax Family Focus is teaming up with News 104.5 WOKV for a joint Bahamas relief effort. The convoy of care will be set up Tuesday at the roundabout near Maggiano's in the St. John's Town Center. That's from 7 a.m. until 2 p.m. And we'll be collecting water, baby supplies, flashlights, batteries, hygiene products, and dog food. St. Augustine's Sing Out Loud Festival kicks off today. There will be dozens of free concerts through the end of the month. Tonight's festivities begin at 6. For information on showtimes and locations, click the action button on the actionnewsjax.com website. Join us tonight at 6 on CBS 47, Action News Jax.
This news report is brought to you by Energy Seal.
Hi, I'm Larry of Larry's Garden. One of my favorite things about the South is great weather, which means more time for outside. And at Larry's Garden, we design, install, and maintain every outdoor project. Need to replace a cracked driveway? We do it. Need a patio, pergola, deck, or pavers? We do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden, complete your entire project. No subcontractors. All work is done by Larry's Garden employees. Low water landscapes, sod replacement, landscape designs that are unbelievable, a complete landscape makeover, we do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden, complete your entire project. Weekly maintenance for communities and commercial locations is also available. For more information, visit larrysgarden.com or call 346-1970. Design, install, maintain. One company, complete project, Larry's Garden.
Here's MJ Easterling, president of Florida Pump Service. We receive a lot of calls from customers who have used a handyman or an individual for their pump and well issues, and now that person is no longer in business or can't be found by phone. At Florida Pump Service, you'll never have those problems. For over 69 years, we have been providing fast, reliable, 24-hour service for all of your pump and well needs. With over 100 years combined experience, we're here when you need us. Call 269-0202. That's 269-0202. Florida Pump Service. We make water happen.
A computer can change the life of a child. As you replace your company's computers, consider donating your end-of-life machines to the STEM2 Hub. We work with local partners to complete data destruction and updates needed to get the computers into the hands of local students who don't have the access to these critical technologies. Help us close the digital divide. For more information, visit STEM2Hub.org. That's STEM, the number 2, HUB.org. Donate to STEM2 Hub and help prepare local students for the jobs of the future.
Right now at Diamonds Direct, whether you buy a $3,000 diamond pendant or a $30,000 designer ring, you can spread your payments over 5 years without paying a dime in interest and no money down. It's our best offer ever as we celebrate our all-new showroom off Town Center Parkway. 5 years, 0 interest with nothing down on anything and everything. Come take advantage of this and check out the all-new Diamonds Direct. Now open off Town Center Parkway just left of the Hyatt. Diamonds Direct on approved credit.
The certified installers at Jack C. Wilson Roofing Company emphasize honesty, transparency, quality craftsmanship, and require no money up front. For any roofing concerns, schedule a free estimate at jackcwilsonroofing.com. Jack C. Wilson Roofing, the first name in Jacksonville roofing.
Shop the 904.
We're local, you're local, shop local. This holiday season, shop local retailers right here in the 904.
When you shop local retailers, you're making an investment in our own community.
When you shop locally owned businesses, most of the money you spend with them stays right here in our community.
Locally owned and operated businesses give our community character by offering unique options for shopping and dining.
They are a big part of what makes living in the 904 so great.
Shop the 904.
Local businesses are also the ones who give more back to the community by supporting local charities and sponsoring your kids' sports teams.
This holiday season, when you shop the 904, you're also giving the gift of helping your local community stay unique.
Sure, it's tempting to try to save a few bucks shopping the giant online or national retailers, but those few bucks you save would do more for our local economy if you shop local.
Shop the 904 and help keep our community unique.
Shop the 904.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
Partly to mostly sunny and hot today. It's an 8 on the WOKV weather meter. A high temperature very near records between 95 and 100 degrees. Clear and mild tonight in the lower 70s and mostly sunny and hot tomorrow. Your high in the mid-90s. It'll be in the 90s throughout the Jaguars game. Mostly to partly sunny on Monday. The heat continues in the 90s and then not quite as hot with a shot at least a few afternoon storms. Tuesday and Wednesday, partly sunny otherwise, and highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jack's chief meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show, 736. Grateful that you're with us, enjoying the day together. Taking your calls at 855-765-1045. If you wake up during the week and you'd like to have a large landscaper, come on over. Take care of your driveway, your hardscape, landscape, fruits, veggies, whatever is on your mind about plants and similar things. Larry'sGarden.com. Got the blog, got the video, frequently asked questions, all kinds of wonderful ideas, and some of which you can just take and do yourself, many of which you'll be better off to make contact with Larry. His telephone is this number, 346-1970. If you're outside of the immediate Jacksonville area, down in Palm Coast, Gainesville, or whatever, 904-346-1970. Oh, about 650 people will purchase a home this weekend, which means
650, that's an incredible amount.
Yeah. Last weekend was even...
really?
Yeah. Anyway, 600 or 700 of you, and we'd be happy to serve you at Home Pro Inspections. The website, gohomepro.com. One-stop shopping, get the home inspection scheduled, the WDO, all the warranties, all the other good things that you might need, water sampling, whatever it is. If it relates to due diligence at your home or commercial building, gohomepro.com can take care of that. Now, water. We got a lot of water this week.
Oh, we did.
And not a drop to drink.
Right.
When you need a drop to drink, you need to be comfortable that the water that you're drinking is, one, safe, has the things in it that you want in it, doesn't have things in it that you don't want in it.
Right.
Who do we trust? Affordable water.
Right.
Affordable Water Jacks. The reason
Tasting good, too.
Yeah, they make it taste great. But where I feel so good about affordable water is this. They're consultative. They're educators. I thought I knew a lot about water.
Right.
But until I started spending time with Mark Tender and the gang at Affordable Water, I didn't know what I didn't know. This idea that you can soften water without salt is simply, physically, not the case.
Test in, test out.
Yes. And as a holder of a degree in physical science from the United States Naval Academy, I understand the science behind it. And when Mark explained it, it made it perfectly clear to me, and I will share it with you. So water, when it has dissolved minerals in it, that's what gives us the hardness, right? We want to get that hardness out. And the actual term hardness originated kind of colloquially
interesting
because using the hard in air quotes, hard water was hard to get things clean.
Right.
Soaps didn't function very well. That's why you got a scum ring. That's why you have spots on your dishes and all these other things. So by softening the water, what happens is it cleans better. We don't get that buildup of scale and crud and scum. It makes it good. Now, the question is, how do you know if you have hard water? It's much like, do you live in a flood zone? If you live in Florida, you live in a flood zone. The answer is which one?
Everybody has hard water.
We all have hard water. Hard water is
the hardest, in fact.
Right. The measure is grains per gallon of the dissolved mineral in there. Less than 1 per gallon means soft water. Hard water is anything more than 1. Extremely hard water, which is the highest on the hardness scale, is 14 grains per gallon. The average in Jacksonville, 17. So we know we have hard water. We know the only way to make soft water is an ion exchange, and the only way for that system to work is with salt. And you make the decision, would I prefer my salt to be sodium, or would I prefer my salt to be potassium? So you choose which salt you like. Not really any cost difference, not really any performance difference. It's just which do you prefer? You want to have a consultative conversation to understand your water. No one wiser than the folks at Affordable Water Jacks. I know them, I like them, and I trust them. Let's check in with Mark in St. Mary's with a home inspection thought. Welcome, Mark.
Hi, Wally. Good morning. Hey, just want to give you and your crew a compliment. I bought a new construction home up in St. Mary's, and I called in a couple of months ago, and you suggested, yes, definitely have it inspected. And Brad came out and did a drone flyby and looked at the roof and climbed up on the roof and inspected the whole home. And when I got my report, I presented it to the builder, and he said it was the most comprehensive inspection they've had ever.
Wow.
And was he responsive to correct those things that needed to be corrected?
Absolutely. Yeah, there was just a lot of nitpicky little things. But like I say, Brad picked them all out and documented it. Lots of pictures, lots of photographs. He did his infrared camera shot. And we found something up in the attic that needed to be adjusted. And it was great.
I'm happy that your builder was so receptive. You know, here's our mission, Mark, is to work collaboratively with that home buyer, new home buyer, the builder, and our inspector. And here's the goal, to have no callbacks from you, the owner, to your builder the first year you own the home. If we use that as the goal, it's very supportive of the builder, it's very supportive of the home buyer, and it becomes a glorious process. When it's not a glorious process is when the builder gets their panties in a bunch as though they're perfect. We're not perfect. We're humans. We're humans building houses, and a little bit of help can cause you to be happy. So I'm happy that you were happy with Home Pro. I'm happy that you're happy with the builder, and I'm really happy that you called in to say hello, Mark.
Sure.
We'll get to check in the mail to you as soon as we say, Mark.
And we'll see you at the 11th month, Mark, where we'll do that warranty checkup for you to make sure there's nothing left that you didn't care to, or that may have gone wrong, or the builder didn't care to before your warranty expires. So I appreciate you, Mark. Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful day. Shout out to Brad for doing such great work. All righty. Checking in with it. Roger in Arlington's got a whispering palm. Welcome to the Home and Garden Show, Roger.
Good morning, fellas.
What's up with your palm? What's it not doing, or doing that it shouldn't?
Well, it's about 12 to 13 feet tall. It's been there for 4 or 5 years, and all of a sudden it just decided to stop.
Stop growing or stop living?
Well, it's still living, but it stopped sprouting. It stopped growing. It's just stopped.
How often do you
what
fertilize?
is the type of palm? I'm not familiar what a whispering palm would be. Do you got any other ideas? Does it have a fan or a frond, long frond?
But they have long. I guess they call them a whispering palm. It's got long fronds, I guess you call them.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Have you tried fertilizing it?
Well, yeah, I've tried some fertilizer on it, and I tried I bought some palm fertilizer, the little bead things, over the years, that's what I've used, according to whatever the dosage is and everything, and I keep it watered and everything like all the other plants, but all of a sudden it started to sprout out, and then it stopped.
this year?
The sprout. Yeah, this just the last couple of months. The sprout started coming out, like it normally does, and all of a sudden it just stopped.
Well,
no further.
The only thing I can think of is that's interesting. This is the first year that it's done this?
Yep, first year.
Have you put any mulch around the tree this year? I'm just trying to think. We've changed the environment anyway.
No, I haven't changed anything. Nothing's changed.
Irrigation, everything, no change in that.
No.
Well, send me a photograph because I'm not sure what type of palm, because that common name, whispering palm, I'm not sure what kind. It could be a queen palm. It could be a Canary Island date. It could be a beta kappa.
Well, when you said queen, that pretty much, brought it back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a plant expert or anything. I just saw what I liked and I bought it about 4 years ago.
I would think
it's grown.
I think I would, if you've not did anything, sometimes plants will stall out and grow. They'll have better years than other years. Just like fruit trees, you'll have a lot of fruit one year and then you'll have any or none the next year. So I would just put a little more fertilizer on it and continue watering it. And not only as it doesn't have any unusual color on the leaves, any disease, but, take a picture of the lower portion of the trunk next to the soil level, and then take a picture of the leaves and the picture of the head. And you can send that to me at host of Larry's Garden. Host of Larry's Garden.
Okay.
At gmail.com.
All right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you then.
All right.
Good luck with it.
All righty.
Can you inject those?
Palms you can inject, yeah.
That might give it a jolt.
Yeah, you could get injected with some fertilizer to give it a jolt. That's a very unusual, but it's not uncommon. I mean, I had a camellia this is my camellia that I had, and I planted by the window. I wanted to see the flowers in the fall, and it did not bloom for 6 years. For 6 years, and I kept fertilizing and watering it. And I said, "What the blank?" You know what I mean? Finally, I said, "This is the last year. If it doesn't bloom this year, I'm getting a chainsaw out of that thing." Things start flowering like crazy. Must have heard me talking about.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes.
I don't know whether they got planted too deep. I didn't really think of it that much, but I said, "Wow!" Every time I walked by, I said,
So it was a slow bloomer.
It just finally took off.
Once it bloomed the first time, then
it was
found
good forever. So
good to go.
Just there's something going on there. I really didn't sit down and think about it that much because I figured, well, if it doesn't, we'll just replace it. But
plants are weird.
Plants are like people. You know what I mean?
People are weird.
They can do unusual things.
I've got the best crop of oranges this year. I've had that tree 10 years. You brought me the tree from Linda.
10 years.
10 years on that dwarf orange. It's the best crop ever.
How many you got?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna guess 100.
100.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's not a big tree. It's a dwarf, so it's only around 6 or 8 feet tall. 100. It is just loaded.
Wow.
Now I have a.
It's Satsuma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good eating. You can just eat those right off.
Here's my problem. I'm supposed to move October 15th.
You can put it in a container.
What? No, it's one of the things I have 9 citrus trees. It's one of the reasons that people are buying my house.
Oh, well, okay. They'll love it. Now you've done all the work. It's creating this bumper crop. So you're getting 1 or 2 fruit for 8 years.
I'll tell you what, people buying houses, they really are attracted to citrus trees.
Oh, they are.
They're just like, whoa.
Yeah, they love.
Look at that.
Hey, citrus is like, how much is citrus? $4 or $5 a pound? You know what I mean?
I don't know why. Especially people moving to our area who haven't been around citrus.
Right.
Man, you got 3 or 4 citrus trees in your yard.
A peach tree, yeah. That's bearing and things, pear tree. That's
great way to get a house sold.
Yeah. People love that idea.
I love it too.
And Flying Dragon is, like it was a dwarf. This guy, I went to his house. He was looking at his grass problem, but he's just, man, I have this citrus tree and it produces good fruit, but it's only like 8 or 10 feet. I've had it for 20 years. You know what I mean? He says, well, it's Flying Dragon. It's if you have a good size orange tree, you can get, 15 feet tall.
Oh, yeah.
Grapefruit, 40 feet, maybe 40 feet tall. But if you want to have a small area, you want to have a multitude of citrus trees, and you've got a, Flying Dragon is a 25-year-old tree, 10 feet, 8 feet tall.
Still easy to harvest.
Easy to
Those
harvest,
big trees,
easy to pick.
That's tough.
Has 100 fruit. That's plenty. Some of those big orange trees can get 900 fruit on them. Yeah. 900,000 grapefruit. But, they're easy to maintain, easy to prune. No lot of pruning, but Aaron branch, but they're very slow growing, and they're more cold tolerant. So if you're living in an area that has cold issues, but not the case in Mandarin where you live, but on the north side, on the west side, or any area that in South Carolina, because we go all the way up there, or in Georgia, it's a good tree along the coastline.
I like it. 750 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. Brief break, jumping back for our final segment. Feeling really good about you staying with us. If you'd like to check in, we've got time for you at 855-765-1045. We'll be right back.
The WOKV app just got an upgrade. Do you only want breaking news, weather, or traffic? Now you can do that. Customize your alerts. Get the all-new WOKV app now for Apple or Android. This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news, weather, and traffic. News 104.5 WOKV.
It's taking a long time. Are you sure you're looking in the right area? Can you figure out what is wrong with my AC system?
Wrong. I'm not sure what's wrong or what's right. But who does know nowadays?
Well, is it serious?
Trust me, I think I know what I'm doing. It is really, really not good. The capacitor attached to the Jimmy Jig is really bad. You need everything. Not good at all.
Oh, come on. The Jimmy Jig attached to the what? Show me.
Oh, right there. The Jimmy Jig right next to the capacitor.
Oh, that is the on-off switch. I'm calling Wakehoffs.
Hey, does it seem like your tech would rather just sell you something instead of fixing your problem? Not at Wakehoffs. Brian Kilmeade here. Wakehoffs will only send a tech to your home that's clean, smart, and professional. Highly trained to know every possible issue and system. You'll always will know the price and the details before they start the work. As always, Wakehoffs is offering their $59 tune-up and great rebates on new systems. WakehoffsAC.com. That's WakehoffsAC.com.
Hi, Stan Nagel for Energy Seal Foam Insulation, reminding you that summer is here. So you don't want to be hot this year. Wouldn't it be nice this summer to dial your air down to 72 degrees and pay less money for it? Call Energy Seal and it's fixed. 888-306-3626. Look us up on the web, EnergySealToday.com. Whether it's your home, your office, or any metal building, Energy Seal will keep you cool this summer. Book now before we're busy and save 20% off our summer rates. Call 888-306-3626. Look us up on the web, EnergySealToday.com.
You trust News 104.5 WOKV for breaking news, accurate weather, and traffic you can depend on. But you can trust us to deliver results for your business, too. Every day, WOKV provides our advertisers with solutions for their business. We make the phone ring and increase the foot traffic. Here's Hank Madden from Madden Advisory Services.
Madden Advisory today is the true byproduct of the great marketing opportunities that exist on WOKV. That's right. My firm has benefited significantly over the number of years, over 30 plus years, with the broad audience of WOKV is broad reach. More important is the credibility that WOKV has.
To grow your business and get the results you've been seeking, call General Sales Manager Bob DeBloy directly at 245-8732. News 104.5 WOKV. Your business can depend on it. Locally owned and operated businesses give our community character by offering unique options for shopping and dining.
They are a big part of what makes living in the 904 so great.
Shop the 904.
Hi, I'm Mark Kinder, owner of Affordable Water. We've been in business since 1989. Trust a company that has a proven track record of good service selling top quality equipment. Affordable Water is a licensed contractor. We install water treatment systems that work. Beware of false claims being made by some companies about no salt water softening. The National Water Quality Association states there is no test to prove they work. True soft water makes you feel clean and can be tested as soft. Affordable Water, 262-0197. 262-0197. License number W32.
AffordableWaterJacks.com.
Attention to this important announcement. If you have ever taken prescriptions like Adderall and are concerned about the side effects and high cost, now there's a new all-natural smart pill available that's the closest thing to a safe, real-life, limitless pill. It's so powerful and effective that students, athletes, and execs all want to get their hands on it. It's called Limitless, a Coastline product, and it's truly remarkable. It can help skyrocket your concentration, improve your creative thinking, enhance your memory, and make you feel like a better version of yourself. Call and find out how to get a free bottle of Limitless and experience this firsthand. It's not a question of whether this powerful pill works, but how great it can make you feel. Take it and watch it go to work. Limitless may be the best kept secret available today.
Find out how to get a free bottle of Limitless. Call 1-800-617-1604. 800-617-1604. Free bottles for a limited time. Call now. 800-617-1604. 800-617-1604.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A hot weekend, plenty of sun today, and 8 on the WOKV weather meter with a record-breaking high of 97. Clear and mild tonight in the lower 70s. Hot, mostly sunny on your Sunday with a high in the mid-90s. Monday will be partly to mostly sunny, back up into the mid to upper 90s. And Tuesday and Wednesday, partly sunny with a few afternoon thunderstorms starting to develop and highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. With the First Alert Forecast, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
Traffic in the morning? Well, let's just say it's not good.
Crash on I-10 eastbound.
Asset Avenue completely gridlocked.
There's a wreck on 295 south.
West Beltway southbound just now.
People on I-10 are funneling down 17 north.
Get First Alert traffic every 6 minutes so you get to work on time. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m. on News 104.5 WOKV.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show, 7:56. Grateful that you're with us. Going down to Tim in San Mateo. Talk about water softeners. Welcome, Tim.
Well, welcome. I didn't realize that y'all were pedigreed water folk, so I thought I'd throw this one out for you.
Okay, bring it on.
The river keeper spins a yarn. Okay, let's scratch that. I'm on the St. Johns River, and in April, before it even really got hot, we had a really terrible blue-green algae outbreak. I mean, really ugly. Anyhow, moving forward, the river keeper spins a yarn about how the folk down in the Miami way caused a law to be passed that said that they can't dump composted, and there's two levels of composting of sludge, sewage. They got a fancy term for it now. Poop. In the 3 counties, I guess it is down there. So they truck it all up to Blue Crystal Lake, I guess it is, which is just east of Orlando, east and south a bit, which is supposed to be the headwaters of the St. Johns River, and they claim that that's leaching out potassium and nitrogen are making its way all the way up here and causing and feeding these algae. And I got to thinking about the water softeners, and you said you got a choice, your sodium or your potassium.
Yep.
Mechanism. So tell me about the outflow of the septic systems. And
well, we weren't talking about outflow of septic. What the conversation was about was the discharge from a water softener. Right. You have a choice. It's all salt based. The salt can be sodium or potassium. The potassium in the quantities that's coming out of a water softener is inconsequential. Not to mention, it's a component of the fertilizers that you're using in your yard and garden anyway. So it certainly in an industrial level of anything is not good. Industrial levels of peanut butter probably isn't good.
Right.
But it's truly inconsequential.
Inconsequential. Right.
But I appreciate the thoughts, sir. That's great news. All righty. We got Jags and Chiefs on Sunday.
All right.
This is the beginning of something great. I figure
a new beginning every season.
We get Nick Foles and the rest of the fellas out there.
The Earth is rotating a little better because the NFL season is starting.
I feel that.
Yes.
Get the defense, our great defense, shutting down Patrick Mahomes. It's a great test for the first game of the year. We come out of this thing with a home win to start off the season, get all excited, and everything will be great the rest of the year.
Yes.
If we
exactly.
get our butts kicked on Sunday, it could be another glorious year.
Limping.
But the salvation is to go to every home game by boat.
Yes.
And some years it's a great boat ride that midway through is distracted by a really crummy football game.
Yeah.
And this year, I think the boat ride will be interrupted halfway through by a wonderful football season. So
yeah, the boat ride is a little nicer when you get right on.
Looking forward to a VICTORY. It's 8 o'clock here at News 104.5. We've got Fox News traffic and weather. Larry and I will be with you next week, and between now and then, use your turn signal.
Thanks.
WOKV-FM and WOKV HD1 Atlantic Beach. Powered by New South Factory Direct Windows. Listen everywhere in the WOKV app. News 104.5 WOKV, a Cox Media Group station.
Making waves and moving out. I'm Richard Jordan, Fox News. Hurricane Dorian's week-long trek up the East Coast is almost over. The storm is bringing tropical storm force winds to parts of Massachusetts today as it moves north. Meanwhile, this weekend, residents in the Carolinas are cleaning up.
Myrtle Beach is trying to get back to normal. At the height of the hurricane here, people hunkered down as the eye wall passed within miles, spawning tornadoes and knocking out power. A Jeep stuck in the surf went viral. The owner of the Jeep told a local news outlet he believes it is indeed dead.
Fox's Rachel Sutherland in Myrtle Beach. Hurricane Dorian left at least 43 people dead in the Bahamas. The search for survivors continues on Abaco Island, hit especially hard. Resident Jermaine Knowles describes the conditions.
You drive on the road, you smell decaying bodies. You can't tell if it's animals or people, so it's brutal, it's sad.
The Bahamian Health Ministry said helicopters and boats are trying to get to the affected areas but are delayed by severe flooding. Today, Defense Secretary Mark Esper outlined the president's goal to withdraw troops from Afghanistan.
The United States' view is that the best way forward is a political agreement, and that's what we're working diligently on right now. And that means